I prowl through the streets I get some. I prowl through the streets cause I'm looking at your bum.
Kept repeating a woman's name.
That's really loud, Elizabeth. Fuck.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have read.
That like ruined my mojo. I was about to release a new hit single and bring some love back to the island streets.
It was a fine thing you came along when you did.
How do you think I ended up here? I gambled, and now I owe money to men you don't want to be in debt to. I come here to pay it back. Me busting you out, what do you think that was? Charity?
Who sent you?
Somebody who was willing to take my marker in exchange for you.
Now Booker wishes he didn't do it. That wasn't funny, Mark. I know, Mark.
Oh, I could hear the dollar bill, and there's not even one, like one around.
It's always with you in spirit, Corey.
I guess.
So welcome back to Bioshock Infinite Symbolism. There's infinite symbolism in this game. We need to
the possibilities
we need to
are endless!
You
thought I was going to say infinite, did you?
Corey, you always know how to mess with my expectations. Just like prom night.
What?
Anyway.
But I didn't take you
so
to prom.
there was like this... Yeah, I know you didn't. That's the problem, young man.
See, the funny thing is that I don't talk to my date anymore.
Neither do I. Corey, neither do I.
Oh, God.
That's the funny thing.
Yeah, I was just willing to be friends, too, and this is just... You know, the sad thing is, like, I'm actually not making any of that up.
If there was one moment that needed a face can, it was that one.
What?
Because I just made the most completely stupefied face I've ever made. I'm just, like, at a loss for words now.
Oh, wow, this audio is horribly out of sync on the playback.
Yeah. Well, you can...
That's gonna fuck with the syncing, like, a lot.
Yeah, well, you'll get to fix it. Have fun with that.
Thanks. Here, let's turn it...
Yeah, let's turn it down a little bit more.
Turn it down a lot so we don't pick it up on the mic.
Yeah.
Woo!
Anyway, so that guy looks like he's just kind of really sad and like playing his DS while lying down.
Jesus.
Become a lockbox, motherfucker. I really do kind of like that. You have to compensate for that, by the way.
Huh?
But, well, he paused it in real life, but he didn't pause it in the game. It's really confusing. We're not really, you don't have to understand it, it's okay. It's complicated technical stuff. So, anyway, we just got in the gondola, rode to safety after we realized that Elizabeth was in fact Comstock's daughter, probably, maybe. So, in the coming up next, we're going to have a little bit of an unsettling reveal towards Elizabeth, in that she knows parkour.
Yeah. I guess.
It's the okay.
Yeah,
like,
she, like, hops over. Damn, she like hops over Booker.
Yeah, like
and then watch. Does like fucking like ninja jump off the goddamn blimp.
It's like, as you can tell, we
try to replicate it because you're like, damn, girl.
As you can tell, we were delighted by this sequence of events, and we just kept on trying to replicate it over and over again. So, anyway, thus far, I've liked this. I've liked the stuff with everything revolving around Booker and Elizabeth. And now, all of a sudden, there's a change in the status quo for the first time in the entire game, really.
Yeah.
It happens in about, I guess, 3 minutes after we're done being complete and total asinine fools.
Yep.
Look at that, though. Look at that, though.
Jump.
We had to replicate that.
I'm
She's
surprised.
more athletic than we are.
I'm surprised she can do that in a dress.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
There it is again.
It's like it's very fun. The thing is, she was probably doing it the whole time, but we never noticed because we were too focused on killing guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now we're finally on the verge of being able to actually escape from Columbia.
Let's not call each other that.
Suits me.
How do you figure they'd know you'd be coming?
Either they've got a prophet on their side,
Har har.
or them that hired me also wrote the signs.
Why?
Got me.
So Booker just theorized that whoever hired him is manipulating manipulating everything behind the scenes, and that he's just another tool in the overall scheme, which is very possible because this game is playing around with the concept of destiny and determinism a whole lot.
Yep.
Of how we're fated into certain roles.
This is really bothering me how out of sync the audio is.
Yeah, I'm just kind of I'm not lying. I'm just looking away now.
Yeah.
And I'm just using my other ear to listen to the dialogue. But we'll fix it in post, I guess.
Ooh, it's a reference.
It's a reference.
It's a reference.
It's a reference.
It's
It's
a
a
reference.
reference.
Look at the reference. Mark, look at the reference. Mark, look at the reference.
This is an
Mark,
accurate
Mark,
representation
Mark,
of how Corey was
Mark,
acting during
Mark,
this scene.
Look at the reference. Look at the reference.
And in an accurate recreation of the scene, I am also developing a migraine once again. I get it. It's a reference.
It's a reference. Mark, it's a look at look. You're not looking at it. Mark, look. Mark,
I'm looking at
Mark,
it.
you gotta get closer at it. Mark, look. Okay, wait, no.
I think that there's also
wait.
potentially
Hold on.
another.
Mark. It's a reference.
You alright?
No, I'm not all right, Booker. Can you be my new co-host, Booker? As long as you don't, sell me at the creek. So this is the point at which it becomes apparent that they're not going to Paris because Elizabeth knows geography, despite the fact that they're in the clouds. I couldn't figure this shit out, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, Booker kind of deceived her a lot. And this is interesting because it plays around with our expectations too, because we did not know that Booker was going to pull this. We knew that his initial motivations were about wiping away the debt, but it's a reference.
And then he gets knocked out.
It's a reference. It's also a concussion.
Concussions aren't fun.
No. Have you ever had one?
Can't say that I have.
I think I had one.
Why? You never leave your house.
Oddly enough, I don't remember it happened in the house, if you must know. You know what the funny thing is? The funny thing is about a concussion is that you don't usually remember many details about it.
Be surprised how.
Did I tell you that when I was like, I don't know, 3 years old?
Yep.
I dove off my porch.
That sounds smart.
Like into stone.
Are you a fucking idiot?
I don't remember much before that.
What were you trying to do?
I was 3 years old and had a warped perception of reality.
I guess.
So anyway, I do like this scene. It's very immersive in the atmosphere of an accurate concussion, which is very odd. And you can see Elizabeth is getting spotted by another ship, and she's trying to duck below, and then she sneaks out, abandoning us. And this is when the status quo actually gets shifted, and now Booker is on his own for a while.
Yep.
And this is when we first meet the rebel faction, the Vox Populi, the voice of the people. An organization that appears to be mostly comprised of black people and Irish people.
Yep.
Which is completely understandable. So, you can see this accurate recreation of, like, indentured servants. We're not going to call them slaves, because I guess that's not maybe technically what they are, but they pretty much are.
Yep.
They're, like, singing the classic gospel tunes. This is Daisy Fitzroy. I love her facial expressions. Like Elizabeth, she has a lot more polygons than most of the people.
Yeah.
She's very skeptical, a very manipulative leader. You can tell that she's interesting because you don't quite know if
what she's thinking.
Yeah, you don't quite know what her motivations are, if she's good, if you want to be on her side.
Well, you hear how Booker states. He's like, I don't want any part of this. Just give me the ship.
Exactly. And you can kind of tell that this is, like, not necessarily a woman that you want to cross, but not necessarily a woman you want to
be friends with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting how, like, it shows all these different sides and you don't want to side with any of them at all.
That's the first Bioshock was kind of like that.
First Bioshock was also kind of like that.
The first Bioshock was kind of the aftermath of that.
Yeah.
These two different sides going at war with each other.
Also, he survived that. They really don't care about the concussions they're giving their only one and only hope. So...
He's Booker fucking DeWitt.
Yep. Now, this is the point at which Corey was deeply confused.
Because apparently, when I went through this level, I guess I did something to piss somebody off, and I was like getting shot at and stuff. But when we go through here, like nothing happens. No one does anything. Like not even the like officers like patrolling the grounds like do anything. They just look at me and they just keep walking. It was the weirdest fucking thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, because it wasn't like that in your first playthrough, right?
Yeah, because I think I may have like I think I like took something or something.
Yeah. Well, either way, as you can see, like the thing is, right now he's hesitant. Again, this is post commentary. I don't even know if that's obvious anymore. So, he's like sitting here because he's afraid to keep moving, and we're just having a conversation because he thinks that he's going to get into a fight, but he doesn't. So it's kind of weird. Now, I really like this place because there's a rhythmic sound of the hammers coming down on metal, and you're going to see in a second what that's representing. Hopefully the audio, that's like the point at which the audio really needs to be synced up.
Yeah.
So you can use that as a guiding point, I guess.
Well, that's why I turned it down so it wouldn't get picked up by the mic.
Yeah. So I really like that subtle exchange between the two workers there of like, you know, like you barely catch any of that conversation, but you just hear, yeah, we're not going to be seeing him anymore. Like even just like that single sentence is enough to raise suspicions about what's going on. And I like, now I do like how you get to see all the different sides of the debate, and this is one of my favorite visuals in like the entire game so far, because in the game itself it is synced up perfectly to the rhythmic sound of hammers coming down, and this sort of dedicated servitude, this mindless, rhythmic, eternal heartbeat of the worker.
It's unsettling, really.
It's very unsettling, it's very haunting. Like, this is when it really started to hit home what was going on, because everyone was hammering in this perfect, exact rhythm, and it can't possibly be by accident. So, yeah. And that was pretty cool, because I like, again, this is the first time that you noticed it, because the last time, everyone was trying to kill you.
Yeah, everyone was like, oh, yeah, none of the workers were around.
And then this guy's just like, sniper rifle? Oh, that's nice. So, yeah, I have one like that back home.
Yeah.
That's not your
I have a flying gun, my boy. I have one of those myself. Hanging over my fireplace.
Yep. And again, like, notice the fact that all the people working are black or are demonstratively Irish.
Demonstratively?
Like, they're assumed to be Irish, I guess is the best way to put it.
Well, because you kind of had the word monster, and I was like, bro, what are you trying to say? Bro,
demonstratively? Anyway.
Demonstratively? Isn't that how you say it?
No, demonstratively.
Oh, alright.
Anyway.
Semantics.
I was so proud of this moment because I was like, Corey, you missed sparkles. It was the first time that I spotted something.
Yep.
I really
eyes forward.
Yeah, I really liked this propaganda.
It's basically like the game telling you, go this way.
Yeah, actually, in a subtle kind of way.
Yeah, it's nice.
Not so subtle, maybe.
It's subtly not subtle.
Yeah. But I like the whole eyes forward thing. Don't question your role. Don't look back. Don't think about stepping outside of your boundary. Just keep going, look forward, focus on your work, and do nothing else.
Also, we're going to be ending pretty soon, so if you want to wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with everything I want to say.
This guy's just like, oh man, this is going to look really bad. Like, what kind of fucking accident is this?
I love how he's just taking notes like, oh, my boss is going to fucking kill me.
Next episode, we probably open the door.
Let's get finky with it.
That was good.
I thought it was good.
No, that was good.
I'd subscribe to that.
Oh no, it wasn't recording anything the whole time!
Oh no!
That's a lie.